Good morning, guys, and happy Tuesday. Today's topic is something that some of you guys suggested, and I think it's a great one, and it is on the topic of comparison. We are all guilty of it. We compare ourselves to those around us. We compare ourselves to those that we feel we are similar to, and comparison is the thief of joy, because once you start comparing, there is never an end. You can always hope for something more, and you can always wish for something that you don't have. So the question here is, who do you compare yourself to the most? If you don't know, ask yourself, who did you compare yourself to in the last 24 hours? And that's always the best way to tell. If you can't come up with the answer, then think about the last 24 hours. Maybe you saw a post on social media, maybe you saw something on TV, or maybe you saw a text message that made you feel inferior. So anytime you have feelings of feeling inferior, feeling not good enough, or feeling not as good as someone around, that is the clue that you are comparing yourself, and the comparison is leading you not to feel good about yourself. So it is important to be aware of our triggers. Ask yourself this question. What is triggering me about this person, this post, or this topic that is making me feel less than? And that is where your answer will lie. One of the key points here is to remember that we cannot compare our inside with someone else's outside. What do I mean by that? So we obviously know everything that's going on in our own mind, in our life, and all the good and the bad and the ugly, right? Like, we know our financial situation, we know our marriage, we know our friendships, we know our travels, we know what's coming up that's exciting, what's coming up that's not so exciting. So we have like a full picture, right? But we never, ever, ever have a full picture of what's going on in someone else's life. Not even our own parents, not even our own siblings, not even our own children. We do not have the full picture of anyone else like we do of ourselves. Now, of course, those that are around us that we love the most, such as our children and our siblings and our spouse, we know more of, so it's more of a fair comparison, but it's never really a full picture either. So never compare what you know a full picture of to what you don't know a full picture of, because chances are there's so much that goes on in other people's lives that we know nothing about. And I want to make an example of this. Celebrities, okay, are a great example here. Is that we always look at celebrities, people like Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, Penelope Cruz, some of the most beautiful women in the world that are actresses and have the fame, and we think that, wow, they really have it all. They have the beauty, the fame, money, the wealth, they have everything, right? But to our surprise, we hear that a celebrity couple broke up, and we're shocked, and we had no idea that they were going through anything. That's exactly what I'm talking about, that full picture, which is we see glimpses, but we don't really know the deep reality of what's going on. So it's really not fair to ourselves for us to compare ourselves to someone whose life we really don't know much about. And then we get down and we feel inferior and less for no reason. Even someone as incredible as a Brad Pitt or an Angelina Jolie person, we could always have something that they envy. Maybe they envy the simplicity of our life. Maybe they envy that we get to go out without cameras in our faces. Things that you and I maybe don't think about, but that could always be there. So don't compare your full picture to someone else's missing picture. So now let's say we are in the place where something, a post, someone's engagement proposal or something is getting to us. And I make these examples because of what I recently heard in my practice with my clients. So that's where these examples come from. But let's say that we see something like that and we feel envious. What do we do when we're feeling this? It's really something that I think is worth doing, and those are positive affirmations. What are positive affirmations? These are things that maybe we need to hear more of, right? That maybe we know, but we don't repeat enough to ourselves. So repeating things that you're grateful for, repeating things that you are happy to currently have, and basic reminders that we all know in the back of our head, but we forget. So for me, it would be something like, thank you, God, for my children. Thank you, God, for my husband, or that I am safe and I will continue to be safe. So positive affirmations are really, really, really important when you are feeling down. They are reminders exactly when you need them. So maybe have some statements prepared for yourself and repeat them to yourself when you feel down so that you can pump yourself right back up. Next on my list is to focus on what you currently have. So more of those positive affirmations, but in a deeper sense. This is really about journaling what things you are proud of, what things you are happy about, and reminding yourself of those qualities that you carry on in your life that are continuously making you better and better. So really make sure if you're jealous of someone's, let's say, fancy new car, that you are also reminding yourself of the beautiful dress that you bought for yourself the other day. So it might be small, but something that is currently making you happy, and staying on things that are positive currently, because if we want to keep focusing on more and more and more, there's always more that we don't have. So make sure that whatever item it is that you have in front of you, or whatever life phase you're in that is enjoyable to you, you are enjoying it rather than focusing on what is missing. And next on my list is to take in the comparison, okay, and the envy and jealousy, and actually run with it and use it in a very positive way. So let's say someone is jealous of someone else's physical body. So maybe someone is jealous of someone's six-pack, or how they are, you know, really fit, or something like that. Use that as motivation. There's nothing wrong with getting motivated and inspired by those around you. I often get inspired by those around me because I try to see something that I like in someone else, or something that they have that I don't have, and I try to learn from it, and I try to see what can I do to get to that? What can I do to pump myself up rather than get down? What can I do to bring myself up so that I can also gain that wonderful new thing that they have? So it's a constant improvement, and it's a constant journey of inspiration rather than jealousy and feeling sad or less than. Hope this helps. Thank you for listening to me. I'll see you guys next Tuesday.